Hello and welcome to Thomas Simulates, and welcome to my most ambitious video project yet on this channel, where, as you can tell by the title, I am flying around the world in real time, 1-to-1 scale, in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on PlayStation 5. This particular edition is on the base PlayStation 5, so not the PlayStation 5 Pro, but nevertheless, we are making the most of it. I pre-ordered the game, naturally. I got the Aviator Edition, mainly because I really love the classic planes, but I will not be using any or many of those in this video. This video is purely for the thrill, chasing the sun around the earth or the moon. But either way, we are going to be making the most of it. I was so excited when this game was announced for PlayStation. I knew it was going to come. I've been checking the news pretty regularly for the last couple years, just wondering when we would get this game on here, and thankfully the day has come. I've always been a huge Flight Simulator fan, but the last Flight Simulator I played was, I think, the Flight Simulator 1998. That was the European assault, or whatever it was, the World War II one. And I remember just taking off and landing continuously in that game. It was so much fun. It's not my first rodeo, of course. I beat many Ace Combat games and Crimson Skies and Blazing Angels, but it's been a long time since I've played flying games, so you are going to get to see me fail spectacularly, but at the end we are going to make it. So stick with me. The main inspiration for doing this project is because I love to do these sort of big, grand, exotic adventures, and this is a perfect opportunity. What to tell you? It's something indeed. I'm starting in Vancouver, flying to Toronto, flying to London, flying to Dubai, flying to Bangkok, flying to Tokyo, and then flying back to Vancouver. I believe that's it. Anyway, you'll see it as we go. I will be using in basically just airliners for two reasons. Number one is because they go quick enough, and another reason is because I want to get this video done before 2026, because I actually have a plan on doing this every single year. So that's what we're going to be doing. Here we are just coming into Toronto for our first landing in the 747-8. And I realized that I'm way too high, going way too fast. Everything is wrong. I was using basically just the departure airport and the arrival airport. So one thing is that the pathing is really not very lenient. It's like it's a challenge, because sometimes the pathing gives you these super hard angles. So that's one thing I just realized now. So we're going to try this out, and I guess I shouldn't have chosen the biggest plane. Alright, let's get the landing gear down. I should tell you, I had no training at all. This is my first flight, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into Toronto Pearson. And, oh, what do we got here? I got a lot of dust on the wheels here. My wheels are just too dusty, so I think before we land, I'm just going to kick the dust off of these wheels. We can't be landing in a subpar cleanliness level here, so I think I'm just going to brush my wheels up a little bit before we touch down. And you might notice that I'm not landing on an airstrip. Quiet back there! Be quiet! Be quiet! Just gotta kick the dust off my wheels. Be quiet, everybody. Alright, oh, that's not a great landing. I landed on the taxi strip. Well, anyway. You know, it's always best to start with the bar set pretty low, because then we can elevate it. That was not great. We're going to do a night takeoff. The reason, I guess, why I wanted to really get this video done in 2025 is, well, number one, I want to do one of these every year. So I am going to fly around the world every year. It's going to become like a tradition of mine. And number two, I want to see how much I improve, because obviously if you are a dedicated flight simmer, then please stop watching this video now. I'm only going to hurt you. If you watch this video, you are going to cringe to death. But one thing is that, yeah, I want to laugh at myself. I want to say, wow, I suck. Because this is a great place to start my adventure in Flight Simulator. I want to I want to document how bad I am at this game. And so next year, I can look back on it and say, wow, I improved so much, you know? So please, yeah, I mean, laugh at me, whatever in the comments. I love it. Please do. I'm going to be laughing at myself every time I watch this. But, yeah, I mean, this is all a part of the journey, right? Is improving and marking the beginning, you know? A lot of people, they don't really video record themselves when they start playing guitar or whatever other hobbies they do, because generally they suck too much, and it's kind of embarrassing. But unless they're doing some sweet, you know, what do you call it when people are doing the training montage? Yeah, that's basically it, the montage, where you get to see them improve. Yeah, then it's cool. But yeah, I mean, I want to do this sort of like a montage. So taking off from Toronto, I'm trying to experiment with different things. Night takeoff, night landing, landing first person, landing third person. Obviously, I kind of suck at the game, but by the end of this video, you're actually going to see some improvement. It might not be like night and day, but it's going to be like night and dawn, I guess, in terms of the change. Flying over Ottawa here. My first taste of turbulence. This is the mountain turbulence when you reach a mountainous region, and then the air going over the mountains, you know, it's all in there. I'm playing with, as you can tell, I'm playing with pretty relaxed settings. Infinite fuel. The vehicle is made out of adamantium or whatever it is. These sort of things. The infinite fuel was a bit buggy because at first it wasn't working, so I kept adding fuel, but then when I started to think, oh, I need to account for fuel because it's bugged, and then it started working again. So later on you'll see that, oh, it doesn't change at all. But yeah, I'm still getting used to it. Here we're entering a turbulent zone in the Atlantic Ocean here. I am playing with real live weather, so I am checking the weather as I'm flying. thing I really love about this game is, well, the visuals are just breathtakingly spectacular. Even on base PS5, I would say it is probably the nicest looking game I've played. Or at least one of them. But considering it's all, you know, real-time rendered in weather, I would say that's pretty good. Here we're just flying over Ireland. So what's the goal going forward for my time playing Microsoft Flight Simulator is going to be just having a great old time, but there will be more videos, of course, in the future. For now, though, we got to get through this round the world trip. My main goal is to not physically crash into the Earth and for there to be a screen pop up that says you have crashed. That is something I am wanting to avoid. So if I have a hard landing or a nasty landing, well, that's just something that I gotta live with. But as long as I don't crash the plane, that's the main thing. I am playing with lower turbulence set, but I will increase that in a later time when I'm more comfortable with flying. Here we're coming into Wales. I do check the live weather though when I'm playing. I am doing it, basically doing one flight a day in real time, real life. So yeah, I took a week off like work to play the game. I knew that I would need time to play, and you might say, oh, it's such a luxury to do that. Well, actually, it'd be better if I did work, but, you know, gotta make sacrifices. But yeah, I mean, you can tell this takes a long time to fly around the world in an airliner. I'm not, like, cheating with the Dark Star, you know. This is all real time. And as I told you, I'm so new to the game that I'm learning as I go. So for these flights, they're not entirely autopilot. I'm actually having to do a lot of micro inputs because I'm still trying to figure out the controls and try to figure out the buttons. But again, by the end of the video, it's like night and dawn. There's a big improvement. So we're coming into London Heathrow here. And let's see if we can get a better landing than the last one. This airplane, of course, is smaller, more manageable. I'm not really minding what runway I land on. The main thing is that I land on a runway, ideally. The main thing is that I land at an airport. And the runway is secondary. Come on, channel the butter, channel the butter. Oh yeah. Whew. That was good. You gotta channel that butter landing. I'll give it an 8. And you can give it a 3. If I squint my eyes real hard at that number 3, I'll see an 8. So I'll take that. That's way better than the last landing. That was terrible. All right, let's get this guy into roost. There we go. I can actually make it to the gate under my own power. I don't need to be fished out of a ditch this time. All right, stop there. Perfect. Not so bad this time, was it? Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's do a night takeoff here from London Heathrow. I am trying to do some different planes. There's actually, I would say it's a bit limited in terms of base game airliners. I think that there's really only like 8 models in total. The is it the 787 or the 747? I can actually check right now. The 737 Max 8 is not really working for me. I don't know if it's a me problem or if it's a plane problem, but I was trying it out a few days ago and I just couldn't get it up. I couldn't get it up, which was embarrassing, you know. Can't let the ladies see that, so so I can't use it, basically. But the Airbuses work pretty well. Do I have any problem with the Airbuses? I've been taking notes here. The A310 300, I don't know if I'm just not using that right, but I've got some throttle issues with that. But I'll keep experimenting because it could just be I'm pressing a button that I should not be pressing. Come on, let's get it up there. Here we go. Not the best takeoff. I should be keeping it a little more steady, but it's okay. Alright, let's get these lights off. Landing lights. Alright, and there's London. London City down there. Beautiful place. At night. So on this flight we are going to be traveling down to Dubai. We are going to be going through Europe and then the let's see here, Germany, and then through Hungary, and then out. Here's Canterbury. And then we're going to be going through Turkey, and then we're going to be going basically straight down Iraq, and then down the Gulf to Dubai. So here's us crossing the channel, real lovely. We're actually avoiding the Alps for the most part. We're going along the side where they're not as severe, so we should not get any turbulence. This is actually a pretty nice smooth flight. So here we are, entering Turkey. This flight here, going from London to Dubai, had very little turbulence, which was quite a surprise. I know Turkey sometimes has some nasty turbulence. When I'm flying in real life as a passenger, there's a lot of turbulence these days. Crossing through Syria, actually we just crossed through like a very small part of it right into Iraq, so I actually don't even see the moment that I crossed into Iraq, but here we are flying over Baghdad. It's somewhere down there. But it really is lovely. You really get to see the entire world change underneath you. It's pretty incredible, really. So that was a pretty darn good landing in Dubai, if you ask me. I mean, compared to what I previously have done. First person mode as well. First person, I think that that is definitely an improvement. I'm getting more comfortable. We're doing a night takeoff again, though, but this time the sunrise is going to be much, much sooner. Because we're starting closer to, like, the point of time that the sun rises in this area. And what are we flying again? The 747-8. I feel like I need to redeem myself here. For this leg of the journey, we are going to not Baghdad, Bangkok, sorry. We're going to Bangkok, but I feel a bit dirty, you know, with that last landing, so I think we gotta sort this out. It's a nice airplane, goes quick, a lot of power, but it's big, and you know, that means that there is a lot to take into consideration. This is probably the most challenging airplane I've used so far in terms of just its size and its needs, but I think the best way to learn and to get better is just to keep practicing. So I hope you don't mind, but we are going to try again in this airplane. Just leaving Dubai though, beautiful. I love the night shots, but you can see already that the sun is starting to rise. So we are going to get to see another spectacular sunrise. The weather's been quite good so far. No rain, no snow, which is good. Just the misty morning in Vancouver. But other than that, it's been pretty clear. Originally, I was thinking that I would release this video actually for December 31st. You know, it'd still be done in 2025, but now I'm actually thinking, why don't I just release it as soon as possible? And then it will be the first PlayStation 5 round the world trip on YouTube, I think. I'll have to double check that. Here we go, beautiful sunrise. Not a cloud in the sky. Just the way that the game does lighting and everything, it's just so special. I mean, nighttime flights are pretty nice, especially with the Sim Update 4 coming out. The lighting for the cities is going to be revamped. It's going to look so good. That flying at night is going to be its own special experience compared to flying in the day. Obviously, in the day, it's a bit easier to fly for new players, but it's going to be its own world, which will be nice. I did do some flying beyond this project, outside of it, on my own, and yeah, I still have some practice to do for landing at night, but maybe by the end, who knows what we'll be doing. But yes, I've got to redeem myself in this airplane. My subscribers are counting on me. This could be the difference between getting a subscription and not getting a subscription. So I've got to butter that landing. If I can perfect the landing, well, not perfect it, but at least do it right. One thing, of course, that I've been changing is, well, learning the buttons more as I play, and also after Toronto's blunder where my pathing work was just terrible, I was not set up at all for the landing. I've been actually learning about adding nodes to the pathing tool. So I can give myself a nice setup for an approach and make it nice and straight so that I can sort of like ease into the landing. But it takes some getting used to because I have to learn about the best descent rate, and descending obviously picks up speed, and the best power ratio for descent and what have you. So right now I'm giving myself very generous approaches, but I do want to tighten it up. I want it to improve. I want it to feel a little more, professional. Here we've got the sun coming up, absolutely gorgeous. But yes, those are the goals for this video. I want to achieve a certain amount of feats, I would say. Number one, I want to land the 747. I want to land it nicely. I want my passengers to clap when I land. I want them to clap, not scream in horror. I want them to be comfortable. I want the landing to be silky smooth. I want to get better at landing at night. I want to get better at landing in first person. So hopefully by the end of this video, we can actually achieve some of these things. And I would say that if I can do those three things, land the 747-8 silky smooth, land at night silky smooth, and land in first person silky smooth, I'm gonna feel pretty good. I'm gonna say this is a successful video. Oh, and don't crash at all. I can obviously have like an emergency landing sort of thing, but no like black screen saying that I crashed. Those are the 4 rules. And that's what we're going to aim for. So if I do that, I hope that I can earn a subscription or 2, and especially a like or 2. If I fail to do that, then I will have deserved the dislikes. But we'll see. Alright, coming in for landing, and where is the runway? I can't even tell. I don't even know what the runway is here. Alright, come on. I gotta redeem myself. I have to get these passengers down safely. I have to get them down safely. Alright, here's the runway. Can we do it? Can we do it? Oh, yeah, come on. Oh, don't wing strike. Don't wing strike. Oh, going around. I gotta go around. Come on, get the power in the engines. Come on, engines, take off now. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was close. I did not touch the ground. I swear I did not touch the ground. You can go frame by frame, but that was certainly a super hairy, super stinky situation. Let's try this again, and this time let's get her down. All right, come on in. Don't terminate service. I need you. I need you. All right, where's the runway? Honestly, this is something I think either I need to improve or something. I don't know. Okay. This is my issue. They never taught me what a runway looks like. All right, come on. Silky smooth. Silky, 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 silk. Ay, 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 silk. Come on in. Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. All right. That is an improvement, at least. That is an improvement. All right. That's like a teacher would pass me because they don't want to do the paperwork to fail me, sort of thing. In grade school, you know. All right. I'm a little more satisfied with that one. All right, next up, we've got the flight from Bangkok to Tokyo. We are going to be flying in the Beluga XL. This one is a safe plane, I would say, but definitely a unique plane. I decided I should take off in a more exciting angle, so we are going to do things from the front this time. This flight, of course, is a daytime flight, but we are going to be landing at night. I do want to try different takeoffs, different landings, different weather. Well, it's live weather, but at least different timing. So we're getting up to speed. And we're very quickly getting up to that point. Let's see if we can ease it up a little bit. Here we go. All right, we're coming up. We're running out of runway, that's for certain. Come on, then. And easy does it. We don't want to leave any skid marks on the runway. There we go. Perfect. Perhaps I could have done that a little better. But we're going to make our way over. It should be a nice clear day. I'm using live weather. The weather is pretty reasonable right now on my flight route. Nothing too extreme to affect our flight. We are hauling a huge supply of... Oh, what are we hauling? Goods, and we need to get those down in Tokyo ASAP. The Airbus, of course, this is a real beauty. When I was watching some gameplay video of Flight Simulator 2024, I always love the Airbus Beluga videos. I seem to be having more luck with the Airbuses than I am with the Boeings. But, of course, some of the Boeings are pretty easy to use. Some of them I'm having a lot of trouble with. So I originally was going to try and make this flight with the Boeing 707, but that one, I didn't get very far. The autopilot, I am not ready for it, so I had to restart. But we're making our way, and, well, I think for the rest of the trip, I'll just let you listen to some music, and I'll see you in Tokyo.
Tokyo Tower, Beluga Tree 10 is 3 miles south, 500 with Mike to land.
Beluga Tree 10, Tokyo Tower. Altimeter 29990, make left base runway tree 4 right.
Enter left base, runway tree 4 right, Beluga Tree 10.
Beluga Tree 10.
Going to 118.225, Beluga Tree 10.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is it, the final stretch of our round the world journey. And I'm doing it again in the 747-8. You know why? Because I have to prove a point. I have to prove to myself I can do it. And what better way to do it than to give myself some extra motivation? Now, how many subscribers do I have now? 288. So we're going to input 288 passengers onto this plane to give myself the motivation to stick the landing. All right, let's get out of here. Departing from Tokyo, we are heading back to Vancouver. We're going back very much the same way we left. Now, it's been a long journey to get to this point, and it's certainly going to be not easy to stick that landing, because remember what I said previously, my goal is to achieve a few things. 1, a first-person landing. 2, a nighttime landing, and well, I want to land in the 747-8 in a way that is at least pleasing. But you know, today I have a feeling that we're going to be doing all 3 of those things together. A few statistics, though, to tell you about this journey. I did fly it all in real time. I didn't skip any of it. I flew, part 1 was 3,354 kilometers. Part 2 was 5,723 kilometers. Part 3 was 5,504 kilometers. Part 4 was 4,909 kilometers. Part 5, 4,589 kilometers. And this part 6, is the longest of all the flights so far. It is 7,577 kilometers for a grand total of 31,656 kilometers. So this has been a very ambitious project. Now, why did I do it? Well, I've been planning this for a while. As soon as I knew that the game was announced for PlayStation, I knew I would be doing it. So this is it all coming together. Everything worked out so perfectly. I just happened to be able to take that week off as well. If I wasn't able to take the week off, oh boy, this whole thing would have been so different. But I was able to take the week off, and well, I'm counting my lucky stars for that one. This has been a lot of fun, though. I don't know, you might think it's boring. You might think, how can anybody sit through all that? But honestly, there's one thing I have an abundance of, it's patience. Now, I've flown through a lot of different types of weather. I've seen sunrises and sunsets from different directions. Well, actually, I've seen them all from the same direction, but I've certainly seen different types of sunrises and sunsets, and you know, the one thing I can definitely say from this video is that, you know, this is my favorite game I've ever played. This is the greatest game I've ever played in my life. I knew it would be, but there's a difference between thinking and knowing, and I know it is. The 747, you might think, oh, why does Thomas keep bringing the 747-8 out? Why does he keep using that airplane? Maybe you want to see a different airplane every time. I tried to mix it up, give you a little bit of variety, but you know, the main reason is because this is the airplane that just kept causing me some difficulty. This is the one that kept giving me some trouble, so you know, I just really want to make sure I get this airplane down. It's a great airplane, works very well, really fun to fly, but just the size of it, it's huge, and I would even say it's really big, and the size of it makes it a bit difficult to get the landings because it needs a lot of space. But I hope that by the end of this video, oh, I hope, for your sakes and mine, my subscribers who are on board with me, I hope that we can, I hope that we can get that landing down this time. My first attempt in Toronto, ooh, that was a doozy. And Bangkok, oh boy, that was something. I would not be flying that airline again. So let's try it this time going to Vancouver. And you know what they say, third time's the charm, right? Getting some beautiful sunsets. As I said, the sun is setting. It's going to be a nighttime approach. But just gorgeous. What a way to end the video, eh? If you're still watching after an hour, oh boy, I've got some respect for you. You know, if you're still watching at this point after 1 hour, guess where you are? You're in first class. I'm handing out whiskey. I'm handing out bourbon. If you are underage, I'm handing out apple juice. I'm handing out grape juice. It's a party for everybody. The seatbelt signs are always off. But, you know, coming up to this landing here, well, we're going to have to put those seatbelt signs back on. We're getting close now, so I'll see you guys in Vancouver. Okay, here we are. We're coming up to Vancouver soon. We're just passing through here, the last little stretch before we reach. One difficulty is I'm landing on an angled runway with a mountainous area behind it, so we have to descend pretty rapidly here. This is a moment. This is a moment, guys. We have to get this landing right. This is it. It's been a long journey. It's been, well, like 6 literal days of flying. Every day I've been logging into Flight Simulator to get to this point. And, well, I want to say one thing just in case we don't make it. I want to say thank you guys for joining me on this journey. For any of you who are interested in Flight Simulator 2024, I want to welcome you. I hope that you'll stick around. I really do appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Please do comment on the video. Any video. I really enjoy engaging with my audience. I'm doing first person here, cockpit view, the final challenge. I don't know. We'll see if we can make it. What else to tell you? It's been a journey for sure. A lot of ups and downs. For the landings, I got to admit, it gets my heart pumping, which is a surprise because, I mean, it's just a game. But I actually do have a fear of flying in real life. I am afraid of flying. I don't know. I just get very fearful. But I always thought that maybe this game could help in a way. And I think that it has helped. It might sound weird, but as I play the game, I realize from a pilot's perspective, I guess, a virtual pilot's perspective, that it's different than being a passenger. And I do think that I've gotten something out of this journey extra. Whether you've enjoyed it or not, well, that's also really good. This is YouTube's first PlayStation 5 Microsoft 2024 Around the World journey. I'm definitely going to take advantage of that title for the algorithm. I have no shame. But let's see if we can get it. You know, we gotta land first if we want to take advantage of that title. Here we are. We're coming in. Angled runway. It's pretty darn short. I'm a bit rusty when it... I'm not rusty. I'm just inexperienced when it comes to landing with the instruments here. I'm really trying to go off of the readings here. Oh, and this airplane is... it's a challenge because the cockpit's actually reasonably elevated compared to the landing gear. I mean, the Beluga, the cockpit's really low, but this is the opposite. The cockpit's really high. All right, come on, get into the mode. We can do this. All right, everybody, hands up. Come on. Silky smooth landing in the dark in the 747. Oh, oi. Come on, let's get this on there. Get it down. I got 288 passengers who need me. All right, come to a stop. We gotta slow this thing down. I'm seeing the end of the runway coming up. Oh my goodness! Don't go off the end. Hey! Everybody, hold on to your seats. Oh boy! Come on! We're in the dirt. Come on. Oh my goodness. Oh, slow it down there. Oh boy. We've come to a stop. Thank goodness for that. Well, we did it. Me and my trusty co-pilot. That was an adventure. Well, we did go off the end, but it's still the gravel. We're in the gravel. I wouldn't exactly call it a total failure, but you know what, guys? This gives me something to work on for the next time. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I really do appreciate it. For all of you who joined me on this video, who subscribed to my channel, welcome aboard to Thomas Simulates. And I will see you all very soon for another great video. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you for joining me.